Kia ora and welcome to this IT training tutorial video on adding captions to your figures and tables. Now in your thesis, you're expected to add captions to your charts, tables, images, or equations to identify them. Then these captions become your list of figures, your list of tables, your list of equations, etc. The convention is that your captions go below images and charts, but above tables and equations. And no matter what, your captions will get left aligned, even if the thing that they are captioned on is centered. Also, note that figures are just numbered sequentially throughout this thesis, so the first image in your third chapter may not be number 1 because lots of images may have come before it. But if you've used heading numbering, tables will get numbered with the chapter, so the first table in chapter 3 would end up being table 3.1. Of course, while you're working in your separate documents, everything will think it's in chapter 1. So let's just see how all this happens. If I want to add a caption to an image, I'll just click on that image and right-click, and I can see it right there, Insert Caption. If it's a chart, I have to select the chart area and right-click in order to see Insert Caption. If I don't click there first and I right-click, I may not see it, so I do have to choose the chart area in the background. By a similar token, on tables, you can't just right-click anywhere. What you have to do is select the entire table, and you can use that marker to do that, or you can go to the Layout tab and choose Select Table, and then right-click there, and I would see Insert Caption appear. So choosing one of those, I'll just start with this image, and I'll right-click and choose Insert Caption. Now the next thing is that the label will automatically go to figure. You can change it to table, of course, or to equation, but don't create a new label. You only use those 3 in your thesis. So if it's an image or a chart, it's considered a figure. Now the next thing is these are just numbered sequentially, so all I have to do in here is just type my actual text in here and then click OK, and that just gets added. Now as I said before, I think I misspelled that. I'll right click and fix it. As I said before, this should not be centered even though the figure is. So down here I'll just have to make sure that that gets changed to left aligned. Now for my chart I'd do pretty much the same thing, but for the table I'm just going to have a look at that and how it's different. So if I go in here and select the whole table and right click and bring up Insert Caption, I'll change my label to table and it's going to go above. Now for tables, as I said before, you would number them with your headings if you've used chapter headings. So I would have to go to this Format button and tick the box to include the chapter number, and for the separator people change that to a full stop or a period and then click OK, and then just in here I'll do the same thing, give that a name and click OK. Now you don't actually have to have done that inside of the window. You can go in here and change this in any way you like, but do not change the numbering or the label to the left. If you do accidentally change those, delete the whole thing and start over again. Now there's more we could talk about with captions, but we're just going to add them today. So that concludes this video on adding captions to your figures and tables. Thanks for your attention, and kia ora.